This is the RisoPhy wireless 98 key keyboard. Let's take it out of the box. In the box you get the user manual. Here of course is the keyboard itself. You also get the USB cable. This is for charging because it's wireless, but you can also use it as a wired keyboard. It's USB to USB-C conveniently with a right angle plug on it, so that's kind of nice. A keycap puller along with a key switch puller and two replacement key switches. Let me tell you a bit more about it, and then we'll of course test it out. This keyboard has RGB lighting, and indeed you can adjust. There's an application that you can run that will allow you to adjust the lighting fully for everything there. This is wired or wireless. Like I said, wired, you just plug it in there, which also will charge it. Wireless, it does 2.4 gigahertz transmission, or you can also select Bluetooth and hook it up via Bluetooth if you want instead. These have what they call cream colored switches. They are linear. Okay, not clicky at all. They're linear. So it just goes like that. We'll talk more about those in a moment. The key switch sockets where these plug into can accept 3-pin or 5-pin switches, so you can swap them out if you want, and it is hot swappable as well. The keycaps on this keyboard are double shot PBT keycaps. There is a volume knob over here for mute and, raise and lower your volume right there. This is an 80% layout keyboard. You'll see it's kind of smaller than your regular keyboard. It's kind of missing like the print screen and scroll lock keys, stuff like that. But it does make for a little bit more compact size, and they kind of squeeze the T-cluster arrow keys in there just like that. This has an 8,000 milliamp hour battery in it, which will last for 53 hours with the backlight on, and believe it or not, 4,000 hours with the backlight off. Now the key switches, like I said, these are kind of a new style cream switch, as they call it, cream colored switch, which are linear. They have 40 grams of force required to actuate them. 2 millimeters are required to get the keystroke. So in other words, you don't have to go all the way down to make the keystroke. It kind of goes about there, but it has a full 3.3 millimeter key travel. The entire keyboard feels very substantial. It's got some weight to it, and the entire keyboard is what's called a gasket mount. There's a gasket in there that kind of help dampen the sound of the keys. They still have a very satisfying sound to them, but it is certainly dampened because of that. There's some more markings on there. Over here is your wireless guy right there. You know what to do with that. You plug it in, USB and that, and there you go with that. On the other side, you can select Mac or Windows. We're doing Windows, it's there. 2.4 gigahertz, off, or Bluetooth. You'd leave it in the off position, and you can plug in the USB-C cable for that. And on the bottom, you have some nice anime going on right there. So full graphic on the bottom, and the feet can flip out like that to leave it at a much more comfortable angle, in my opinion. The F and J keys, of course, have little bumps on there, so you can find your home row in that. And all around it's very nicely appointed. Let's go ahead and test it out. I also should mention here you actually have two-step keyboard feet on here. The small one and the large one, like that. Okay, so once again, you can have it lay completely flat, or you can pop out the little ones, have a little bit of an angle, or go for the big ones and get the most angle right there, which is what I'm going to do because that feels right to me. And there you go. Let's go ahead and test it out. So here's an idea of the backlight. We'll just run through a couple of them here just to give you the idea. You can adjust the speed of it, adjust the brightness, you can turn it off, pretty much anything that you can imagine you can do. And like I said before, if you get the application for your computer, then you can adjust all of the keys and stuff like that. So there's that backlight there. You have this one here. And we'll just run through a few of them. That kind of just stays that color. Turn it off. Fading colors like that. This one has a thing where you press a key and that row lights up going out from where you hit it, like that. I don't have the most ideal conditions here as there's still quite a bit of light coming in, but as you can see on the very left side, the light is pretty nice on it. Let's go ahead and we'll just pull a keycap just so you could see that and how that all goes, and then of course we'll do a typing test. So you can put the keycap puller in there and pull the keycap off. You can find online many other key caps that you can get for it. As you see right there, it's your standard mount, just like that, and that goes on there. If I'm not going to right now, but if you wanted to pull the key switch to either service it or replace it, or replace with something else, you would use this tool, and it kind of gets under it there, and then you can pull out the actual key switch itself. So we'll go ahead and put that right back on there just like that, and now we'll do a typing test. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do a typing test. I'm going to make mistakes because you do too. So if it happens, it happens. If not, that's great too. So I wrote this is a test of the RisoPhy 98 key keyboard. These cream colored switches are quite nice to type on. Excellent sound from the keyboard and excellent key feel as well. These keycaps and key switches can be changed out for others if desired, but I think leaving the keyboard bone stock is just great on its own. This is really a joy to type on. They are very comfortable, excellent sound. Myself, I come from an IBM Model M with the clicky buckling springs. That's what I use day in and day out. And it's tough for me to type on just a regular membrane keyboard. But these cream switches are very nice, even being linears without that, because I'm still getting the, I have a very heavy typing feel, so I bottom out these keys regardless. But you can type lighter, see, without bottoming it out. It certainly shows up there without a problem. But, I'm a heavy typer like that, so I like the fact that you get that little snap like that at the end of the key travel. For me, it's wonderful. I can type on this all day without any problem. Really interesting styling on this, especially if you're into anime. The lights are really nice. Again, they can be customized. You have full connectivity, wired, 2.4 gigahertz wireless, and Bluetooth. So any which way you want to slice and dice it, you have a great 98 key, 80% form factor keyboard here from RisoPhy. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find the item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.